All right, the president made a number of claims during his speech last night. He touched on a number of international conflicts and the economy as well, Allison.
He absolutely did. And Marcella Robertson is in studio now to sort through the facts. Marcella.
Yeah, good morning to you both. The president's use of emergency legislation and a 50-year-old trade laws to impose tariffs, they have been met with widespread controversy, both in legal concerns and concerns that the tariffs hurt domestic businesses and pass on costs to Americans. Last night, the president claimed tariffs are paid largely by foreign companies. Take a listen.
I used these tariffs, took in hundreds of billions of dollars to make great deals for our country, both economically and on a national security basis. Everything was working well. Countries that were ripping us off for decades are now paying us hundreds of billions of dollars.
A number of economic studies found that claim to be false. The Federal Reserve Bank of New York found more than 90% of recent tariffs were actually passed on to U.S. consumers and businesses through higher prices. Research from Harvard Business School shows that American consumers shoulder a significant share of the added cost, with much of the rest absorbed by U.S. firms. Meanwhile, the Peterson Institute for International Economics says even steep tariffs would generate far less revenue than income taxes, which have been the government's primary funding source since 1913. Now, the president also alluded to the role he has played in a number of peace talks and ending what he calls multiple wars.
We're proudly restoring safety for Americans at home, and we are also restoring security for Americans abroad. Our country has never been stronger. In my first 10 months, I ended 8 wars, including Cambodia.
Foreign policy experts say that remark overstates the president's record. While the White House points to ceasefires involving Israel and Iran and agreements between nations like India and Pakistan, several of those conflicts were not full-scale wars, and many are still unresolved. A U.S. brokered deal between Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo has not stopped violence on the ground, and a 2020 economic normalization agreement between Serbia and Kosovo stalled soon after it was signed during Trump's first term. Now, analysts say while Trump certainly played a role in brokering talks and temporary ceasefires, it is still a stretch to call many of the long-running disputes fully resolved. So a lot to get into. Stay with us this morning as we continue to fact check the president's address all morning long.